So
we're live.
Are you
I
Still don't see anything.
Wait, you go. You're like.
This is waiting for St. Pat's Celtics.
Smaller font. He was first slot.
Oh yeah, we're live.
Wait, can I?
Wait,
I don't know.
Gabriella is a slide. There's one that's coming.
Oh, this one.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Oh, my
Do
cousin
you
right.
want to take the masks off to present or no?
All right, hello everyone. We are live. Hang tight before we get started. My name is Mr. Francia, and I will be right back. Hang tight. Hope you enjoy very soon.
Hello, Celtics. Pardon the interruption. We are now live with our Valentine's Day Love Slam. Please go ahead, go to our YouTube page, St. Pat Celtics. Our live stream is up and running. We hope you enjoy.
I don't want Hello. Hello, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. If you don't know me, I'm Mr. Francia, one of the teacher sponsors of our lovely poetry club. With me is my other teacher sponsor, Ms. Kroondijk, which you will see her very shortly. We're really excited for today. This is our third annual Valentine's Day Poetry Slam. So we really hope that you enjoy the performances that you're going to be seeing. Obviously, we have a lot of thanks, first and foremost, and we'll thank them later as well. A big shout out to our AB team, spearheaded by our teacher sponsor, Mr. Tamaki, for making this, Mr. Choi and Mr. Tamaki for making this happen. This is our first time going live, so we really appreciate your patience with everything. We're gonna start things off, first and foremost, with a live performance. This is his first time performing, but by all means, is he not an amateur at poetry? He's got the soul of a poet. Everyone in this room, give a big round of applause to Hugo.
How do I start? Is this love? Is it not what they write of, but all of the above? When I see the sight of their soul and the light from their coal that provides might and control where there's no spite nor cold? Is it when I see their eyes, the emotion implies both heartbeats rise? Their heart is your prize. Is this it really? I see perfection within. Maybe I'm silly, delusional, Achilles. It's a series, the feeling, ease, illusional. I know this, but it persists like the kiss brings you joy and makes you bliss, like the toy you cannot dismiss. addicted. Not dependent, just convicted. Touch, warmth, conflicted, unrestricted beauty, perfectly depicted. Is that what it is? Beauty? Or is that a feeling too, like duty? Are they feelings or thoughts? I have trouble connecting the dots, but you see it like a movie. The man on the mission, filled with ambition. The protagonist is the magician, feels like music playing with no musician. Permission to offer my submission. I audition to journey this expedition. The roller coaster of emotion. Maybe that's love. Maybe it's all in my head. When I go to bed, everything stops. I sleep, I rest, consciousness drops. Temporarily dead. But in the end, does it really matter? For I love you, is what I said. Thank you.
Amazing. You heard it here yourself. I definitely was personally on a roller coaster of emotions, of joy, passion. I felt that in my poet's soul. Alrighty. Next up, we have a digital submission from a first-time submitter, longtime member. Give it up for one of our grade 8 students, Gabriella Chand. Woo!
A Valentine's Day poem by Gabriella Chand. Love is a bond. It holds two together, or three, or four, a family. Love is sweet. Love is kind. Love is gentle. Love builds others up. Love dislikes wrong. Love graciously accepts its mistakes. Love is family. A mother, a father, sisters and brothers. Love is my family.
Awesome. Great job, Gabriella. It's a good reminder for all of us to remember that Valentine's Day is an opportunity for us to really thank our loved ones, especially our parents, guardians, role models. So make sure you give them a big shout out this Valentine's Day. All right, we're switching it up. We're going back live. She is no slack when it comes to poetry. In fact, she is a poet warrior. Give it up for Isabelle.
So this poem is called When I Think of You. When I think of you, I think of perfect smiles and little giggles, the kinds that take my breath away. When I think of you, I think of open ears and open arms that joke about how I'm a mess but would pull me off the ground in a heartbeat and less. When I think of you, I think of new stories and new memories, of dreams and hopes and expectations. And every time you share something new, I share the feelings with you. We've cried and laughed and shouted, and through it all, you make me feel special. When I think of you, I think of crowded thoughts and sleepless nights, and I can only wish that I was with you then and there to hold your hand and tell you everything is okay. That you are the brightest star in the darkest nights, the lighthouse in the biggest sea, the hand to hold when I'm lost or just a little bit alone. You're a little quirky and a little fun, and you might not think you're perfect, but I think you're perfect for me.
Awesome. Great job, Isabelle. When I think of that poem, the word that comes to me is wow. Great job. Alrighty, next up, we have another submission from one of their newest poetry members. But once again, she is definitely a poet. You've seen her writings from our other events, so continue to enjoy what she is doing. Let's give it up digitally for Ianna. Woo!
My love for you. It doesn't matter who we are, no matter how near or far. You could be there and I could be here. You will always be in my heart, my dear. Blood doesn't matter as long as you stay, just like the same person you are today. Nothing matters. Hold tight and don't fall. I'll definitely give you my all. Remember that I am always here for you. so you could always be yourself, the real you. There will always be times of good and bad, and I will be right by your side so that you won't be sad. Thank you for everything that you do and helping me think things through. I have loved you ever since the very first day. That's why I want to say, I love you. Reason. Do you need a reason to say hi? Maybe not. But then why? I see you clinging onto your books. Just that. And I fall for your looks. Why do you need to stare at someone else? It doesn't hurt. Just a flare. Burning, yearning, screaming. The horrific sound of laughter. As I see you happily entangled. Then you cry. Tears burst. Now where? Now you're alone. You see me, but red eyes and swollen lids. Silence is a thunder. When all the words come out. Not. What other reason should be there? In your despair, yet share. Your thoughts clinging, but tossed. Your reason is at a loss.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Ianna. If after hearing those poems, you have a reason, to write, feel free to join us every Fridays. The Google Meets is STP Poets. So every Fridays at lunchtime, if you feel so compelled to write now. Alrighty, switching up gears, we're going back into live. Her poetry packs a punch. I cracked myself up, but anyways, get me off the stage right now. Give it up for Hillary. Woo!
Without you. When I think of you, my beating heart stops and my world crumbles away. Pain, agony, despair. Horrors fill my mind. When will this nightmare end? I can't imagine a world without you. Where's my shining star in the midst of the night? My lifeline in the darkest of times? Where's the smile that tugs at my heart? The voice that greets my everyday? Without you, I'm lost. Crazy, I know. But that's what I am about you. Your smile brightens my dreary day. Your laugh sparks hope in my gloomy world. Your voice guides me through the dark abyss. You're the reason I smile and look to tomorrow. Without you, who would I share stories with? Who would laugh and cry by my side? Who would I think of every minute of every hour of every day? Who would believe in me when doubts cloud my mind? Without you, my world would shatter. No, I would shatter into a million pieces. Gorgeous smiles that light up the room from a mile away. Hour-long calls just to see you for a minute longer. The comfort of your hand in mine, warm hugs I never want to let go from. The perfect, special someone I'd die for. That's my whole world. And that world is you.
Awesome. Great job, Hillary. So next up, we have another video submission. He's one of our most trusted, loyal poets. He's also one of our leaders of our poetry club. So give it up for the main man himself, Benedict Sullivan. Yeah.
This dumb little love poem. What's the point of making these love rhymes when you won't look at any of them one at a time? Why is this so hard? I can't even let down my guard. Why can't I be real to you? It's hard to stay on course and pursue. To write my feelings on a paper so little, My mood of you is so varied and fickle. How do I love you then? It should be in person and not in pen. I'm the type of person who hides behind the pages to tell you I have cared for you for ages. Loving you ain't easy. I know loving you ain't easy, 'cause girl, I know it's you, and I ain't trying to be cheesy. Because I need you to complete the other half of me. It isn't really that hard to see. I try to give you reasons when love right now is in season. I'm trying to give you the moon, but right now, the effects I'm showing, you're immune. You're driving me to the point of crazy. My mind is melting and becoming hazy. Every part of me knew it. I've never felt like that before. And if I earn your love, that would be a score.
All right, thanks, Benny. Always love having your performances. Next up, we have another new performer. There's not much to say. He's ready, and what you're gonna hear is perhaps crazy. Let's give it up for the main man, Kyle!
I'm crazy in love with you. Not psychopath crazy, but I love you so hard that it drives me crazy. We can explore the world or kick it back lazy. With every second, it's a blessing, and as time flies, why couldn't time lie? Now my mind's hazy. Now, define crazy in love. It's not that I stalk to know your every move, but I analyze your body language to understand with every smile, every blink, or every step is a heavenly sign of how two hearts can groove to the same melody only we can hear. Staying clear of doubt, both forgetting and remembering the past, accepting us for each other as we are. Crazy, like you better shut that door because your man will open it to the new house, to the restaurant, or to the car, or to each opportunity of life. For when we shut one door, another one will open. Sorry, was it crazy me to know that I must show you that chivalry still exists in me? Would it be crazy me to make a Beyonce and a Jay-Z reference right now? Is it crazy in love to question why you love me or how? Before you, I was a broken individual, the residuals of a beaten soul with pieces of me scattered across the galaxy. You reminded me that you never have your back to me, as the world has their backs to me. As I dream of every chance I see, everything with you becomes a reality. Holding each other tied together by the soul, attached by the superest of superglue, because I'm content with my crazy in love, so long as my crazy is with you.
What did I tell you? That was crazy. All right? Crazy good. Crazy good. Okay. So, to wrap things up, unfortunately, we're coming to an end. Everyone give me an aw. Aw. But that's okay, because we got one special poem coming up. Give me a yay. Thank you. So, sometimes you may know her as one of our members of our administration staff. Sometimes you may remember her as one of our awesome coaches for our senior volleyball team. Sometimes you know her as the amazing English teacher, but all the time after this, you'll remember her as an amazing poet. Let's give it up for Miss Ignacio!
Sometimes. Sometimes we walk with a sliver of space between us, like we are electrons charged by opposite forces. We bounce back and forth, unsure about what elements us. We ignore the inferno, resist the magnetic pull of us together. Sometimes breath reverberates in locked larynxes. Breathless, we flail, suffocate words, stumble over the edge of the world. We spelunk after them. We wander for them in deep caves until we reach Earth's core, resurface still longing. Sometimes your knee shakes clumsily against my bare leg underneath dinner tables in dark cinema houses. We waste away listlessly. One time, maybe we will be brave enough to just close the gap.
Woo!
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Miss Ignacio. At this time, we're just going to show you one quick little video to wrap up, but we want to say thank you for joining us today, for participating, for bearing with us, being patient while we do this for the very first time with live videos, live performances, videos online. We'd like to invite you to think about participating in our Arts Week performance, which will hopefully still take place. We're going to talk to Mr. Gabriel, and if you put the bug in his ear, then maybe he will also think about it. So anything else, Mr. Francia?
Yes. So just to close things up, Ms. Kundijk said it. We'd like to thank all of our performers for today. So thank you so much for being vulnerable to come up here on stage, because we know that for some of you, and probably for all of us as well, it's a very personal thing to share, right? These writings come from our poetry journals or notes on our phones. So to come up here and to share, it's one of the reasons why Ms. Kundijk and I, in our discussions and our love of poetry, we're glad that that love of poetry is shared and manifested in all of you. We also want to take some time too to give a big shout out to everyone who helped out. Thank you to our wonderful administration team, Mr. Gabriel for giving us this time and this place to share our poetry. Thank you, Ms. Ruggie, for handling all the administration sides. We'd like to give another shout out to our AV team. So we got our guys right over here. Give them a wave. They made all this possible. Once again, also to Mr. Tamaki and Mr. Choi, thank you so much for everything. We're just gonna close it out. We're gonna play you a hopefully wonderful video. And happy early Valentine's Day to each and every single one of you.
Yeah!
Yeah!